What is going on, YouTube? It is FlopFish here, and welcome to another edition of Sports Cards Saturday. This is just where I kind of go over stuff in the sports cards and sports card world and stuff like that, and do different stuff on Saturday with my sports card collection, and show off mail days, cards in my collection, all that fun stuff. But since it's one of the first few episodes, last week we did box breaks, we covered those. So the week before I just kind of showcased my personal collection, and then the other one would have been probably a mail day. Anyways, enough of that. On to this week's episode, which is going to be a little bit of an introductory episode as to why I mainly collect hockey cards, actually. And it's going to be introducing everyone and kind of explaining memorabilia. And what I mean by that is like the different types of like jerseys and the variations of them you can find in products. So without further ado, let's get underway here, and just going to briefly go over the different types of jerseys you can find. So the common one is your basically $2 bin jersey. There's more, but they can be worth more. But here, you just have a plain, simple Kobe Armstrong jersey here. Try to focus that in there. There you go. So just your plain, simple jersey right there. Not numbered, nothing too complicated about it. From a mid-end product, which is generally speaking what they're from here. They're a little bit thicker, but yeah, that's just your typical jersey from a product. Again, jersey cards you'll mainly find in like Upper Deck Series 1 and 2 and Anthology. A lot of Panini products have plain jersey cards in them. I know Rookie Anthology does this year. I want to say, I think that's actually, I forget what else from this year has them, but SP Game Use is another one from Upper Deck that has plain jersey cards, and they're just, for the most part, they're fairly invaluable cards unless they're a big player or they're short prints, which I'll get into later. But there's different types of jersey cards, and again, this is from your basic low-end product. Now, the ones from high-end products, the main people that do high-end plain jersey cards are In the Game, and it's from Superlative is the product. So here's one of Cam Neely. And I have it in the sleeve, but again, it's just a plain jersey card there. There's only jersey in it, and it looks fairly nice. And yeah, there's only 6 of this. This is actually a short print. Normally the swatch takes up this entire window, but because it's a short print, I don't know if I can get to focus on there. I think you guys can kind of see it. It's a smaller swatch window, so it's a short print. They might not have had as many jersey pieces for them, and so that's why it's a short print. But yeah, so again, only 6 of those. It's kind of a numbered short print jersey. There are jerseys that are numbered, jersey cards that are numbered, and there's different print runs on them and stuff. Like, for example, this year in Upper Deck Series 1, it's an Alex Pietrangelo jersey that was like, it was very tough to pull. It was like 1 in every 15 cases or something. It sells for like $300, and people were getting them for $2 at the start, but now they're going for $300. So there's also variations of these jerseys, and there's different parallels of them for the numbered ones. For example, here's the gold version. All it is different gold foil, and there's a better example of the swatch size, and this one's numbered out of 3. So again, if I had the 1 of 1, I'd have the rainbow. Haven't seen it surface yet, so unfortunately don't have it, but yeah. And then speaking of short prints, there's short print jerseys which look like your typical jersey card, like this Lundqvist here. Is your typical jersey card here. Let's try to get a better view of it. There you go. It's your typical jersey card, and doesn't really have, nothing really special about it, but companies will release like their short prints or limited editions, and this one actually falls in it, and is actually the only one I have seen surfaced. So that means there's a lot less of them, and these ones are actually numbered out of 19. The other ones are numbered out of like 100, which is a very significant difference. As far as print run, but some companies like Upper Deck and Panini won't give you the exact print runs on them, but they'll give you kind of the fact that they're short printed and they're harder to come by and generally more expensive than your regular jersey card. Generally speaking, they're saved for rarer players like Crosby and Ovechkin and Stamkos, but there's also some lower end players that are really, really hard to find, and they actually command a great secondary market. There will be some players that surprise you with them, like Colton Orr for jerseys. He has a pretty big market and doesn't have a lot of them, so again, he'll sell for a little bit more. There's also like multiplayer jersey cards, and again, they're generally found in the higher end products, like again Superlative here, and they're mid to high end product cards, and they feature more than one player. This one has a 4-player. It's a quad jersey card. Again, they're generally lower numbered, or harder to get. And again, this one's actually numbered out of 9. SB Game Used has a lot of them, but again, just plain jersey cards. And actually, in a different company, these might be called a different type of swatch. I'll get into that in a little bit here, but yeah. So that's kind of your basic jersey cards there. You have your different types of them. Let me lay them out here. So you have your basic jersey card right there, which is the Colby Armstrong. Let's get that to focus. And then you have your more high-end ones that are really only in 1 or 2 products, in my opinion. In Superlative, I think, is the main one. And yeah, I think only really ITG has super high-end jersey cards. And then you have, your short prints here, which is like the Henrik Lundqvist, and actually those Neelys are actually short prints too, which are, they're not really numbered on the card, but they're way less of a print run and very rare to find and very hard to pull and come across. They're generally saved for the bigger name players and subsets and stuff, but there can be some worse players in there, some players you wouldn't think of being short prints. And then you have your quad pieces or your multiplayer jersey cards. Those ones are worth a little bit more just because there's more than one player, which means there's more than one collector looking for them. And when you get one with a big name player and a worse name player on it, it's going to go for a lot more than just like just than the worst name player and the big name player. Again, they're harder to come by and harder to pull, and generally multiplayers are only found in bigger products here. So let's see, we'll pick these all up here, get the order set up again just so I can put them back properly. Then you have your different types of memorabilia. And again, I showed this one in my box break before. This is actually a Tim Thomas stick piece. So that's a stick piece. There's stuff in there. There's actually skate laces in one of the products in Superlative. I actually pulled the Lemieux one, which is pretty cool. I actually gave it away to a friend. But there's different pieces of memorabilia. There's like skate pieces, pad pieces. This one's actually a piece of his stick, and it doesn't say on the back, but you can fairly easily tell just because of its glossy finish. Yeah, so there's many different pieces in there, and pretty cool piece to have. Again, different type of memorabilia in here, and it's why I love hockey. Baseball and football are mainly either shoe or bat or ball or jersey, and there's very little as far as the couple other subsets go here, or variations. So next up, we're going to show off a prime piece, and this is actually from a silhouette. This is a prime piece because it's not really a patch. It's actually from the sleeve. Try to focus it in on here. And it's rare to find than a jersey card, and looks nicer. Gets a little bit of a thicker card than a regular jersey card, and it looks nicer. It's a nicer swatch, and primes are generally 2 colors, so generally a higher end jersey card. It's in between a jersey card and the next variation and the last variation, which is a patch card. So again, prime version, you can easily tell it's prime because of the stitching there. It looks pretty soft and like it's from a jersey, whereas a patch looks like it's from the logo and again, or the number or the letter in the back. And again, this is a Trevor Linden patch card here, so you can quite tell the difference between the two right there. Just the sharp edges and stitching. So that's the difference between prime and patch. Fairly easy to tell after you get used to them and seeing them a lot. If you hang out in a group break room or something, you'll be able to find them out pretty easily and differentiate. And again, some companies like Panini, they'll actually put prime on them or prime on them when they're really a patch, and that's just because they're not a regular jersey card. So here's a Calvin DeHaan prime, but that is clearly a patch just because of the colors, and it's actually a fairly nice one too. You can tell by the material in there as well. It's just the patchy logo material. That's what a patch is from a logo or letter or name, or yeah, one of those three. Generally speaking, there's also like jersey tags and stuff like that, but I don't have a ton of them. And there's multiplayer patches like this, the Devils one I showed off last time in the break. And patches are generally more expensive for the more colors and breaks you have. So if this is only a 1-color patch on all of them, it wouldn't sell as much as a nice 3-color on all of them. Actually, it's a really nice card to get, and I'll show. I think I have a couple further down that I'll explain that on. But yeah, so that's your typical patch card. Well, this is a rare patch card to get. Again, really limited because it's 3 players and it's out of 10, and it's all patches. So harder card to pull. Very nice card, and a card that's gonna be pretty rare to find. Again, another example. This is from SP Game Use. This is a quad patch card. You got pretty nice patches on all of them. This is actually a really good card to showcase because the Erik Karlsson card is only a 1 color, the patch on it, whereas Anderson is actually a 3 color, and then the Alfredsson and Spetsas are 2 colors. But again, very nice card, and actually Alfredsson's just gone, so this card doesn't have all the players on the correct team anymore. But the most you can get a patch in, this is a quad, which is 4. The most you can get them in is 8, I believe. I haven't seen anything larger than 8, unless it's on a booklet, which is 12. And booklets, I don't actually have any to showcase for you guys, but if I do get one in, I will let you know and explain them. They're pretty much just a book card, so they'd be like 2 cards. Let's just find 2 cards. So they'd be here. I'll showcase this one here. This is a jersey autograph card. Again, another variation of Memorabilia is adding in the autograph. They go for more because it's combining 2 pieces together. But just a book card would be, say you have your 2 cards together like this, and it'd be like 2 or 3 players or more, and you just open it, and it'd be the exact same. It'd be the same set on the inside. You can look them up on eBay, but that's pretty much which a book is, and they're found only in higher end products. And yeah, so again, basic jersey card here with autograph swatch, with autograph and 2 swatches. So it will sell for more than a regular jersey card because of the autograph. And they're generally in the higher end products and rare to find. And then you have your patch autographs, which are exclusively, for the most part, in high end products, at least $100 products. I'm pretty sure there's nothing really in less than that, especially at release. So they're very high end cards. They're thicker, they're very thick, and they're very hard to find. And I'll get into autographs next week or maybe tomorrow. It depends on what I want to do with it. And yes, that's a patch card. Again, you can tell by the feel there, or by the patch logo there. So that's a Brendan Smith, and it's a fairly nice card. And just kind of to showcase the differences, the extremes in patches and stuff, and what is a patch and what isn't. Let's pull out all my Ekman Larsson cards here that I have, and I'll go over them again. So we have the so this is your prime. Again, fairly easy to tell it's not a patch, especially when you compare it to this one. Again, that's from a letter or something on the side. You can just tell by the stitching on it and the material used. It's just different than that one. And this one's actually a patch. It's pretty hard to tell other than the fact it does say patch on it, but it's actually a white patch. And the difference between a patch and a jersey is, generally speaking, the material on it is solid as opposed to with holes in it. And again, the extreme variation of a patch, or a really, really nice patch that demands a lot of value, is something like this, which is multi-colors, multi-breaks. And typically, teams like Phoenix and Chicago have the best patches. Canucks also have some fairly nice ones, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Hopefully this helps you guys out understanding like prime patches and jerseys and all that fun stuff. If it did, leave a like and stay tuned for the next episode. Anyways, guys, as always, this has been Sports Card Saturday, and take it easy and peace out.